without any columns that you could see. Rafa Sama. God Almighty is enlarging the universe with the speed of light. So we don't see any limit to God's might. And says that these heavenly bodies are connected to each other without any columns that you could see, with invisible columns. Actually, the persons who found this in this century, just a few years ago, I believe one of them is named Smith. They discovered gravitational forces, like columns that connect all the heavenly bodies together. Unfortunately, I forgot. He got Nobel Prize, by the way. Was it last year or a couple of years ago? I don't remember. So, have you been to Brussels, Belgium? If you were there, there is a huge monument, Atomium. When I was a young student in Germany, I heard that they have yearly industrial exposition in Brussels. So I went there and I saw this huge monument. They are round globes. They are all, I think, stainless steel, connected to each other with visible columns. And it was saying really that the entire universe, with all the globes, God has His way of creating. Somehow God creates things in a round globe fashion. Our earth, even though it is ovoid, is more or less like a globe. The sun is like a globe. The moon is like a globe. Mars is like a globe. Somehow God likes to twist the forces and the matters and the gases and makes them like a globe. Why does God do this? Think about it. It's beautiful. Our atoms, the little ones are like that. The particles of atoms, they are connected with forces, gravitational forces. If they were not connected and uncontrolled, one of them would get out of the system and cause a nuclear explosion. What is a nuclear explosion? It's just like that. بغير عمد ترونها. All the particles of the world and whatever you see in the galaxies are connected to each other with invisible columns, as they say today in the physics, geophysics, gravitational forces. So, you see, when you read this kind of thing in the Quran, you say, it is impossible that Muhammad could have known this. He didn't know even how to write or read, properly. He learned later on something, not much. When he recited the verses of the Quran that came to him, they were numbered up to 7 scribes, I heard. One of them, which was always there, was Ali ibn Abi Talib, that later became Imam Ali. So So they would write whatever ayat or verses God gave the Prophet Muhammad. He didn't know that there are invisible columns in the universe holding all the globes and all the heavenly bodies in a beautiful way. ثم استوى على العرش. It's so beautiful. ثم استوى على العرش. ثم means two things. One means later, but another thing means also. Also. Professor Maurice Bucaille, the French surgeon who became a Muslim later on, he explains that thumma doesn't mean just later, après, or più tardi in Italian. It says thumma means also. Also, or at the same time, God caused ثم استوى على العرش. God caused coordination, harmony of the entire universe. So your imam in other mosques, they usually tell you istawu. Have you heard that? Istawu? Istawu means stay straight in harmony. Not that one is a little higher or farther up front and one is in the back. So stay in a beautiful row. That's a harmony. Istawa. So mastawa ala al-arsh means God Almighty also, additionally to creating these things, God gave them harmony. It doesn't mean that God sat on a big chair, as some totally ignorant translator have done that. So mastawa ala al-arsh. Arsh doesn't mean chair, it means the control of the universe. ثم استوى على العرش وسخر الشمس والقمر. Beautiful. Said he made the sun and the moon, among others, to be under control, usable, useful. كل يجري لأجل مسمى. All of these heavenly bodies, they are moving until a determined time. As we know, the sun is emitting so much gases. Someday it will be dark. Someday the sun will be dark when it runs out of fuel. In the Quran, God says another place, إِذَا الشَّمْسُ كُبْرَتْ, and the sun becomes dark. So beautiful. Emphatically. So never think that the sun is forever. Of course, we probably won't see the darkening of the sun, because the sun is still strong. But it is emitting so much that someday it will be void of any energy, any helium. No more helium. It's all gone in that space. So, وَسَخَرَ الشَّمْسَ كُلٌّ يَجْرِي لِأَجَلٍ. They all run their course to a determined time. لِأَجَلٍ. Ajal is for the sun, Ajal is for me, Ajal is for you. We all have our time. On earth, or in the case of the globes, in the universe, they have their own time there. God, as God brings dead to life, God brings death to life. And God creates heavens and earth, and God makes them disappear. The black holes, used to be a lot of things in it. There is nothing in it anymore. God brings to existence, God takes things out of existence. It is fantastic if you read the beautiful Quran. I mentioned these important things in my translation of the Quran, QuranEnglishFarsi.com, with QU, QuranEnglishFarsi.com. I explain these things to some extent. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يدبر الأمر. God Almighty is controlling, designing, taking care of everything. خداوند در عالم هستی همه چیز رو تدبیر میکنه، اداره داره میکنه. خداوند دبر الامر یفصل الآیات. خداوند همه این آیات زمین و آسمان داره شرح میده براشون. یفصل الآیات، این آیات فقط این آیاتی نیست، آیات آسمان و زمین، نشانه های خداوند. به هر سو بنگری روی او بینی، نشان خداوند. هر جا نگاه می‌بینی قدرت خدا رو می‌بینی. چقدر زیباست واقعا. کیف می‌کنه آدم قرآن می‌خونه. انشاءالله که آدم بفهم. ولی یه چیزی بهتون میگم. خداوند فرموده من یتق الله و یعلمهم الله. هر کسی خدا آگاه باشه، در یاد خدا باشه، خدا به او آموزش میده. یعنی فقط نیست که شما برین توی مکتب بشین آموزش بگیرید. دلتون که پاک باشه، با خدا باشی، خداوند شما آموزش میده. دلتون علم میذاره، آگاهی میذاره. این در اواخر سوره بقره است. این نکته میگم و من یتق الله یعلمهم الله. افرادی که خدا آگاه باشن، خداوند به اونا دانش میده، وسیله الهام. این شعر میگه نگار من که به مکتب نرفت و خط ننوشت، به غمزه مسئله آموز 100 مدرس شد. پیغمبر ما که کلاسی نرفته بود، آموزشی نرفته بود، سمیناری نرفته بود، ملا نشده بود که همه از سوی خدا همه چیز خدا بهش داد. God Almighty designs, controls, creates everything. He explains his mighty signs in the universe. يفصل الآيات لعلكم بلقاء ربكم توقنون, so that you will come close to recognizing God. That you can come close to recognizing God. You see, God is mentioning all these marvelous things in I was talking about the universe and how the sun and the moon, you know, they all circulate. Allahu Akbar. So that you will come to be certain of recognizing your Lord. من واقعا 100% نه فقط به خدا عقیده دارم، به کلام خدا عقیده دارم. I'm really certain that this book is unique. No other book. I urge you to read other books. Soon after you start reading it, after a few pages, you come back to the Quran. Compare it. They call it comparative theology, the big word, but you compare it, you know. God Almighty says, listen to different sayings. In other words, study different things. وبشر عباد الذين يستمعون القول. They listen to different versions of religion, saying, whatever. And ويتبعون أحسن. They follow the best. God gave us a mind that we can compare things. You can see easily in your daily work, when people come, who is sincere and who is not sincere. From the way they look at you, they talk to you, you automatically evaluate without even wanting to evaluate. You see how that person is thinking. So it's good to listen to different person. I wouldn't interrupt anybody, even those who say bad things about religion. The other day I was watching TV. Some guy, came starting to make fun of the Creator. I just listened to this poor soul saying total nonsense, and he made some ignorant people laugh as he was a comedian. His eyes even were not right, One looked a little this way, one looked. I think his mind was like that too, one way, the other way, Say, pity on him. And pity on those who arranged that thing, that convention. They were a bunch of fools who would even laugh at his saying. Making fun of God, astaghfirullah. I pray to God to forgive him and guide him in the right direction. You never know. خداوند آدم عاقبت بخیر. Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. الله أكبر كبير. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. سوره الرعد آیه 3. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وهو الذي مد الأرض وجعل فيها رواسي وأنهار ومن كل الثمرات جعل فيها زوجين اثنين يغشي الليل النهار إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يتفكرون. صدق الله العلی العظیم. خداوند می‌فرماید و هم اوست، یعنی خدای یگانه، که چی فرموده؟ مد الارض. مد الارض یعنی زمین رو پهن کرده. یعنی فکر کنین اگر زمین یه جوری بود که اینطوری فقط بود، تقریبا جای زندگی نبود. این خداوند چی کرد؟ زمین رو پهن، صاف و پهناور کرد. و جعل فیها رواسی و انهار. در اون زمین کوه‌هایی هم گذاشته و به خاطر اون کوه‌ها و سرپایین سربالایی هاست که انهار، نهرها تولید شده دیگه، که آب رو خداوند به اون وسیله بخار میگیره، میبره جای بلند، اونجا که سرده، برای دور از زمینه، بارون میشه، بارون زیبا میباره، رودخانه میشه، جوب میشه، رودخانه میشه، میباره، میره تو دریا دوباره. وسیله قدرت خورشید گرماش بخار بلند میکنه. میبینین این لس آنجلس چه جایی ما زندگی میکنیم؟ الحمدلله ماشاءالله. این بخار میره تا آسمان و غروبا این بخار بلند میشه میره به طرف خشکی، میخوره به همه این چیزایی که این لس آنجلس سبزه به خاطر این میه ها گرچه بارونه. بعد میفرماد که اونجا کوه‌های گذاشته، انهار گذاشته. و من کل ثمرات جعل فیها زوجین اثنین. خواهش میکنم این زوجین اثنین خوب توجه بفرمایید. شما اگه 10 تا ترجمه قرآن رو بخونید متاسفانه خوب شر نمیدن چی معنی. و میفرماید که خداوند از هر چیزی که حالت ثمر به اصطلاح میوه مانند داره، از همه گیاهان خداوند چی درست کرده؟ جعل فیها زوجین اثنین. یعنی زوج چیه؟ جفت. زوجین چیه؟ دو تا جفت. جفت دو تاست. زوجین دو تا جفت یعنی چی؟ 4 تا، نه 2 تا.